we've had our timing off so long with so many summer trips and slight delays and technical issues that coming on at the right time, 9 o'clock on Sunday night, feels really weird. But it is time for the Eternal Baseball Podcast, number 24 for, I don't know, Willie Mays or Rickey Henderson or whoever your favorite 24 is.
Those are good enough.
Yeah, we'll stick with those two, right? So joining me, the co-host with the most, Mike Irizarry from the What's on Joe Mind podcast, who got shown an inordinate amount of respect this week when I sent the email and said I could use a partner for Sunday night, but I'll let you pick the game. So the only one hanging out there, we still owe Tampa, but Tampa has lost 44 of 48, I think, in Eternal Baseball. So
Tampa's a home game tonight, so that no chance I wanted to play as Tampa.
One gonna be this week. So, but we will get them before we go, and we'll get them earlier in season 2. So with a veritable smorgasbord to pick from and a couple of good matchups, Mike actually picked the one with the most playoff resonance, and that's
Pittsburgh, St. Louis.
Pittsburgh at St. Louis. So Eternal Baseball's best division, which actually saw the 4th place and I think already eliminated Cincinnati Reds hit the 500 mark on Friday for maybe the first time this year or the first time since like week 1. So the whole damn division was 500 or above, and they play against each other a ton.
Right.
So the Cardinals are in first with the Cubs about 3 games back, and the Pirates they're not eliminated, but they're like 14 or 15 back. So it ain't gonna be this year.
That's past life support.
Yeah, but they're 78 and 65. They are not a bad club. And so at the very least, they can play spoiler. So that's what we're going to be running tonight. Will be the Pirates visiting St. Louis. If you don't know, aren't familiar with Mike Irizarry, spent a couple years down there in St. Louis. So he's well familiar with the Cardinal faithful.
10 of them. 10 years.
Oof. 10 year. Rickey got 14, 15 years on some of these guys.
One of the best Rickey Henderson stories.
So we'll be headed down to check out St. Louis here in a second. But first, let's take a look at the week that was in Eternal Baseball here. Let me get this rolling correct. Look at that. It's just word soup, basically. But we are in week 24, so we'll shrink down. And it's getting even more color-coded as we go. I'm kind of proud of it. So here we go. That's last week coupled with overall record. And the big news is we had another team clinch, our first National League team. So that was the Philadelphia Phillies locking up likely the 3 spot in the National League, but their division was kind of trash. I used to say Cincinnati was the most disappointing club. Now I'm going to have to say probably the Mets, 15 games under. And yeah, they are an expansion team on some level, but a lot of talent on that Mets team. And to go Gooden, DeGrom, Seaver atop your rotation and be 15 games under, that's kind of a rough year out there at Shea or Citi Field. I'm sorry.
I always call it New Shea, so it's fine.
Right? Yeah. So anyway, the Mets have had a tough year and a tough week, as you can see there at 1-4. But nobody had worse weeks than Minnesota and Pittsburgh, 0-5. So hopefully a scuffling Pirates team will let Mike get his Eternal Baseball record up to 3-2 with some home cooking for the St. Louis Cardinals. We do have a couple teams that got eliminated this week. Anybody in red is now officially out. So Baltimore, I think, is new to that list. The Reds are new. That might be it. Everybody else we might already know, but this is coming as the magic numbers creep down. And really, we've only got 2 races really to look at. And we'll check that in the standings in a second. But take a look at the good weeks. It was only a 5-game week. So Arizona, Birmingham, who's already clinched the South. The Cubs, who are trying to They are keeping up, but they're not catching up to St. Louis. They are 3 back with, I think, 19 games left to play. And all of a sudden, the eternal baseball Cubs got a lot more interesting to fans of the real Cubs because we didn't trade anybody away this week. Like you can still recognize this roster. So
there's still a team that you can look at without the program.
Right. I kind of like and I got no problem with teams realizing that it's time to sell. It's better than the alternative, Colorado. But the fact that the Cubs and the Nationals sold off anybody with a heartbeat and then we're playing each other so you could just get a program and check out who all the new guys were on both sides.
We're going to call those the Juan Soto Spotlight Series.
Right, exactly. Where Juan Soto is not only the best, but maybe the first, second, third, and fourth best player on the field. It's a tough weekend out there. Who else played well? The Royals had a good week. Tigers, Yankees had a good week. They're kind of keeping Boston at arm's length in the East. And the Cardinals had a good week at 4-1. So we will hope that bodes well for us. But that's enough for the weekly tracker. You have to say the changes. We'll take a look at the standings here, small as they are. So Philadelphia has clinched the East. That's all wrapped up. They are, even though they're the first to clinch, they're probably the 3 seed and with a lot of room to go in either direction. So they're kind of locked in there. Probably end up playing the best team, which is likely to be San Francisco, who hasn't locked up the West yet, but will with the next Giants win or Dodgers loss. Oh, and by the way, they play tomorrow. So that would be sweet for Giants fans. Atlanta has an 11-game lead on Houston in the South. And then we talked about the North, where St. Louis leads Chicago by 3 games. Pittsburgh is 15 back, not eliminated, but it won't be long.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they're done. But they're dangerous, even though they're having a rough week. So hopefully we'll have a good game today. Out east, the Yankees have opened up a 7-game lead on Boston. That one's getting a little bit lean, given that there's 19 games left to play. So it would be really sweet for Red Sox fans, but yeah, I don't see that happening. And actually, one of the things that hurt him, Clemens hurt his arm and missed, not terrible, but he missed like 10 days. So he missed a couple of starts right when they really needed to claw in the race, and it just didn't happen. And the Yankees are not slowing up, winners of 8 of their last 10.
Chew on that bean, Billy.
Yeah, take that. So Birmingham has wrapped up the South. I love that Texas is in second place, but 37 games back. Kansas City 38. Tampa 55, so we'll get them next year, boys.
That's pretty awesome if Tampa's not even a shouting distance from third place.
Right? Like, they would really need a run. They'd pretty much have to win out, and Kansas City would have to lose out for them to vault into third. So, yeah, tough year in Tampa. In the North, Detroit is well ahead of Cleveland, 14 games up, magic number is 6. And Oakland is likely the next to clinch. Their magic number is 2 with an 18-game lead over Minnesota. And out there, since I'm Rickey Henderson fan number 1, we're watching Rickey try to topple Rickey because I think he has like 115 steals with 19 games to play. And his record is 130 for steals in a single season. So every time I watch a game, when Rickey leads off, I think in most situations, Terry Steinbach is hitting 9th. So anytime Steinbach gets on, I know Rickey was like, the giant stop sign right in front of me.
Man.
So a little clubhouse feud going on there anytime Steinbach actually puts the ball in play, because that's not what Rickey wants. But we'll see. I like the idea of Rickey chasing Rickey. But that pretty much gets us to where we're going to be today. So let's load this up and we'll hop on down. Now, I think we'll have to check because I can never guarantee who the computer's going to pick. But I think it's Ed Morris's time in the rotation for Pittsburgh. He's the first great left-handed pitcher in organized baseball history. His picture's great. Like, it's faded sepia. So it looks like someone just dropped, raisins on some brown mustard. There aren't many photos of Ed Morris online, but he's 125, I think. Yeah, you see him over there in the wins leaders, behind only Grover Alexander and Christy Mathewson. So he's not fooling around. And this is actually the first game off the Monday schedule. So Pittsburgh at St. Louis. Load it up. Computer for Pittsburgh. Large icons.
There is no way I was setting us up to play a road team. I did not want to see the computer Don Money us again.
Right. Don Money hit 4 homers this week. He's still mad at us. So we apologize for having defended Don Money. Probably the best mob name of a non-Italian person I've ever heard.
True.
Don Money. It feels like he should be fighting the Kingpin, and somehow Spider-Man is caught in the middle. We'll see. All right, so here we go. We'll get to the card. Oh, it is Ed Morris with his 2, 3, 4. Oh, so you're going to love his picture. He's great. So batting-wise, we may have to get a little bit creative here because we're using replay stats. So these are what they're actually doing this year in Eternal Baseball, and we will rank them by their OPS versus left-handers. Oh, actually, normally Johnny Mize and Albert Pujols are having the best years for St. Louis, but Johnny Mize is weak against left-handers, so that may keep us from moving Albert to right or, God forbid, third base, where he qualifies, but just barely. So
we
Albert,
have a thunderous stick to come off.
Yeah. Albert, why are you carrying your bat to third base? Because that's why I'm here, man. I'm not here for any kind of actual glove work. So Albert's far and away the best hitter, so he'll clean up. Beyond that, Mike, I'm open to suggestions here. You are the guest. You pick the game.
I actually like Albert hitting third.
Okay.
Get him that at bat in the first inning.
Okay.
But let's go with let's get Joe Medwick leading off.
Okay.
It's a quality right-handed stick from years gone by. And I know it's against type, but first inning, let's get Stan the Man Musial as many at bats as possible.
All right, and that'll break up your righties a little bit.
Yep.
Stan ends up playing center most of the time because they don't have. It's funny, they're a little thin on center fielders.
Yeah, it's in a team that somehow, Jim Edmonds played for them, but there's no center fielders.
Right. Yeah, we got nobody. Well, actually, Edmonds is. I think Edmonds is on the Angels, so that hurts them. But because it's really hard to make the St. Louis squad.
Right. There's a lot of outfielders.
Yeah.
No Randall Grichuk. Anyways.
Right.
But Ray Langford is probably not the best option either for a left-handed pitcher of Ed Morris's caliber. So
yeah,
there's that figuring into it too. Let's go ahead and get who else do we have here?
We got Ken Boyer is probably your third baseman because he's great defensively and he's third best OPS against lefties.
Well, let's go ahead and get Ted Simmons hitting cleanup.
All right.
That's some legit power there. And we'll get Boyer hitting fifth just because, like you said, good against left-handers.
And fantastic glove.
I want Mr. Clutch, Yadier Molina hitting sixth.
Okay, you got 2 catchers, though.
Oh, I guess I do, don't I? So sit down, Yadi.
Okay. By the way, not a bad problem to have if your catching duo is Ted Simmons and Yadier Molina.
Yeah, tough break, right? Who else we got here? Let's get the Raja in there.
Roger Hornsby.
How'd I miss him?
Yeah, he's having a good year too.
And let's see, we need a right fielder still.
So you need a right fielder and you need a shortstop. I can guess who the shortstop's going to be.
Yeah, shortstop is easy. Go ahead and slide him in the 8th spot.
Plug that in. So for right field, actually you could do it like this. You could do position depth, right field, only show me right fielders. So it looks like it's Chick Hafey or Jack Clark.
Jack Clark is a right fielder?
He qualifies.
Sure.
He's ranked 5. He's ranked okay, so he won't kill you. He's actually better out there than Chick. Slightly lower OPS against lefties. Jack, Chick. That's your call, brother.
Yeah. You know what? I can't say no to a dude named Chick. So let's get him in.
There we go. All right. So we get Chick in here.
And again,
right.
Jack Clark's there for us if we need a bench.
There you go. Hey, we're gonna have a pinch hitter at some point, probably, unless it's Gibson today. Let's see. All right, so replay. So over here are the pitches they've thrown recently, and EPC is expected pitch count. So that's how many bullets they have in their arm today.
Gotcha.
So really, wow, it only looks like, look at Bob Gibson. He threw 123 pitches. Yet this can't be right. It says he could throw 120 today. I'm not believing that. That's got to be a fluke. He pitched yesterday.
He's that ornery.
He probably, don't tell him he can't go 9, but
yeah, I mean he was only good to throw 80, but then somebody told him
right,
jacked right up. He
I guess this is actually 2 days later, so he's got 2 days rest, I guess, but there's got to be something wrong with that. So
if we need him to close,
yeah, right. So it looks like it's probably Wainwright. Unless you're feeling very Dizzy Dean today, but Wainwright's got a 1.6.
You mean you're going to try and take the opportunity to pitch Dizzy Dean away from me?
I'm saying it's your pick, but Wainwright has spent a good portion of the year hurt, but he's healthy now, so it's your call.
I love Waino, but Dizzy Dean, man, Dizzy Dean.
All right, Dizzy Dean.
Rare opportunity to pitch Dizzy Dean for me.
Come on down. So,
welcome to Busch Stadium for tonight's game between Pittsburgh and St. Louis. Pittsburgh has lost 7 straight, and 9 of their last 10. St. Louis has won 8 of their last 10. Ed Morris gets the start for Pittsburgh. He's made 40 starts on the year and is 25-11, with an earned run average of 3.28. His 8th start against St. Louis. He's 6-1 with a 2.24 earned run average against St. Louis. He'll be opposed by Dizzy Dean for St. Louis. He's made 12 starts on the year and is 10-1 with an earned run average of 2.10. His 2nd start against Pittsburgh. He's 0-1 with a 4.82 earned run average against Pittsburgh.
He needs a
83 degrees,
right?
Wind speed 11 miles per hour, in from left field, and we have light rain. Pitching for St. Louis, Dizzy Dean. Leading off for Pittsburgh, 3rd baseman, Honus Wagner.
Now, I will point out that Ed Morris got shut down for a month by us because he had already thrown I think he threw 200 innings at the All-Star break. We found a lunatic set of games where he pitched in 8th inning mop-up relief. He pitched an inning, then started the next day, then came in relief the next day when the starter got bombed. And we're like, Ed.
He's from an age when guys threw 600 innings.
That was it. It was like back then. It was like
their arm exploded at the age of 28.
Yeah. Back then it was like, who's your pitcher? Well, Ed's the pitcher, right? Ed plays pitcher. So we had to go in there and monkey with how he was set up a little bit so he wouldn't start every day. We had to shut him down for a month because he was going to throw 500 innings and then brought him back when it's reasonable. So he's still got 25 wins, but he started 7 or 8 games against the Cardinals so far. So God bless you, Ed Morris, but calm down. So anyway, around the diamond, getting a good look at Joe Medwick, Stan the Man, Chick Hafey, Albert Pujols, Rogers Hornsby, Ozzie Smith. Kind of proud of that one. Just saying. Ken Boyer, Dizzy Dean. Look at the hair on Ted Simmons. Oh, just a magnificent beast.
70-rific.
So good. And here's Honus Wagner. I should probably update that to the baseball card, right? He's probably the guy from the 20s most people know the best simply because of his card. But he is also a great bunter. So probably want to keep our eye on him and bring corners in here.
Corners in.
All right, let's see how Dizzy Dean does. It's a good start.
Shortstop, Arky Vaughan.
Arky.
We got Honus and Arky. You got to love
Honus and Arky with 2 homers on the year. Oh, man. Look at that.
Way to jinx it, Weber.
Right fielder.
Pardon me. We had an update in. Arky with 3 homers on the year. I'm going to leave Paul Wainer alone. I forget which one. The Wainers were a brother act in Pittsburgh, and the older one nickname was Big Poison. So the younger one was nicknamed Little Poison.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Paul Wainer is Big Poison.
That's so much better than Little Poison.
Little Poison is Lloyd Wainer, and he was not as large.
I guess that's how it works. So again, played in there when they didn't hit a lot of homers, but 73 RBI, not bad. Hitting 333 on the year, so dangerous.
Left fielder.
Not so much
Willie.
there.
Stargell.
Look at this picture. I'm so proud of it. That hat is phenomenal.
Superb. Let me tell you my mom's Willie Stargell story.
Okay, nope.
We're watching a Yankees old-timer game, and this is right after, like, Willie Stargell must have been about 83, 84, something like that. So he had only been retired for a year or two. We were still living in New York. And, they announced old-timers game at Yankee Stadium is always this big deal because it's always the old Yankees taking on the rest of the old-timers.
Okay.
And they invited Willie Stargell to this, very soon after he was done playing. And so they're announcing, they announce the team and they moving down the list and everybody's in team order, like an all-star game, right? Where they're in team order. And then the camera pans over to Willie Stargell and he's wearing that 70s era Pirates tunic uniform and he just fills up the screen.
Right.
Willie Stargell has he hung up cleats and immediately sat down at the dinner table. Like he was just huge. And again, can't begrudge the man. Lord knows I weigh enough. But I mean, he was an athlete 18 months ago.
Right.
And we just kind of sit there, all of us, and my mom just chimes in and says, "That Mrs. Stargell can cook." Anyway, that's my mom's Willie Stargell joke. I hope
I bet he could still hit though, right? 18 months out.
I guess so.
A lot of singles and homers, I imagine.
He raked that day.
What I like about Stargell, they called him Pops because he was the leader of that We Are Family Pirates group. But they started giving out stars to go on the hat for good plays and great games. And I didn't look into it because I'm not sure how it works. But Willie was definitely the leader of that group. So I'm willing to bet he was the one dealing out the stars, like a Buckeye on the helmet, right?
Sure.
And check out that hat, dude. He is loaded.
It's a lot of stars.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like putting him in charge of the candy, I think. It's maybe not the best idea, but anyway. We love you, Willie, but not tonight.
It's scary to me how good our infield is defensively and how bad our outfield is.
For St. Louis, left fielder.
Please hit it to the left side so the law firm of Boyer and Ozzie can take care of business. All right, here's Medwick, who's a good bunter, but we probably don't need that just yet.
Nah, not really.
Oh, I suppose I should credit Pittsburgh. Willie Stargell, of course, baseball royalty. Love this picture of him, right? Just absolutely regal. Roberto Clemente, Paul Wainer, Honus Wagner, Arky Vaughan with his 3rd homer of the year. Mazeroski, a 10 at second base.
Well, that's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I thought it was for his amazing dip.
One lousy home run.
Right? And the ability to chew on a tennis ball during picture day.
No kidding. Whew. So my question is Paul Wainer so good in right field that they moved Clemente? Or is Clemente just the only thing passing as a center fielder for this team?
Yeah, well, Clemente is a 6 in center. Wainer doesn't qualify in center, so that must be why Clemente is slid over there, because Wainer only plays right.
I guess. Who's playing first base for
Josh Bell.
what? No Sid Bream? Sid Bream is not available?
Yeah, let's see who else. Who are we looking at here, batter-wise on? Wow, Dave Parker sitting. Pie Trainer.
Ooh.
Ralph Kiner.
My goodness.
Looks like McCutcheon is another option in center. Don't forget about Manny Sanguillen. So there's some more talent there. We might see them later on.
Pittsburgh's been around a long time. It surprises me that Josh Bell is in the building.
Yeah, it seems to me you'd go Stargell at first and maybe play somebody else in the outfield. Dave Parker over Josh Bell, maybe.
Dave Parker, Andrew McCutcheon, I don't know.
We'll take it.
Sure.
It's helping us. So
makes me scratch my head sometimes, Weber.
Sometimes. Joe Medwick steps to the plate. Hustle. Yeah.
He's in there.
Center fielder, Stan Musial.
Who's catching for Pittsburgh? Is that Mike Lavalier?
No, Jason Kendall. Wasn't Mike Lavalier nicknamed like Ninja Turtle or something?
It was Spanky.
Spanky, that's not a bad name. Yeah, Kendall had I don't know if you say he had a great career, but he was like
he was a stud. He was a defensive wizard. And
he was a luminary for a couple of years.
Yeah, before his ankle went into 6 pieces. What's the steal ratio on Ducky?
Medwick is a 34.
Yeah, no.
So I think this is probably just a straight let him hit situation.
Maybe the hit and run.
As you like. You want me to dial that up?
Sure, it's damn usual, man. He's got to put the bat on the ball.
He did. Might have kept us out of a double play. We'll see. But Medwick advances.
First baseman, number 5, Albert Pujols.
Pujols. Now this is absolute. I know people don't remember Pujols like they should probably, because this is white hot 24-year-old, Albert the Machine Pujols. So
Albert Pujols in a Cardinal uniform was the best right-handed hitter I ever saw.
Yeah, he was. And it was funny that it only took him about a month, right, for everybody to look at him and go, oh, my God, he's going to dominate the next decade. So good. So anyway, Albert. Oh! Listen to the crowd.
Ted Simmons.
Oh, man.
Not popular.
No, that is Ed Morris. Not taking any guff from the hometown fans.
Check out my man Ed up here in the upper left, yeah?
Oh, my.
He means business.
Yeah, that's a guy. Is that a bullwhip in his hand?
It might be. It's either him or Henry Rowengartner from Rookie of the Year, the way that arm's cocked back. But Ted Simmons steps to the plate. Ted having kind of a tough year. This might be a big moment for him. Oh, look at that.
Look at Ted Simmons tying the ball game.
Double down the line. Got second, third. Ken Boyer. I didn't know much about Ken Boyer before we put Eternal Baseball together. He was a really good player.
He was a superb glove. He was an okay bat, but really best known for his glove work at third base.
They got him as
teams in the Cardinals in the 60s.
And they got him as a 9 rating defensively, so he's getting it done. And he's getting it done here in Eternal Baseball, hitting 300 on the year. So, Ken Boyer, take your base.
Brother of Yankees great.
Second baseman, Rogers Hornsby.
Hornsby is a phenomenal bunter, rated as a 10.
If the base is loaded and 1 out, no.
I'm just giving you info, Mike. I want you to be well informed.
Roto is not sitting in the bottom box. No.
Man, we played with Oakland the other day. We got Rickey 1 steal. Like, it was the biggest disappointment ever.
Hornsby once hit 420 in a season. We got the bases loaded and 1 out. I want this man to swing the bat.
All right, Rogers, let's see what you got.
He's going to ground into a double.
Fielder, Chick.
He lined out.
Okay.
So here's Chick Hafey, 2 down. Also a pretty good bunter. Just
We believe in you, Chick Hafey.
Come on, Chick. That is not going to do it.
No.
That soft tapper to Mazeroski is probably not a
number
high percentage play.
Josh.
That is not a recipe for a lot of hits.
Nope. Josh Bell, we're wondering why you're in the lineup.
So is Josh Bell.
Look at that. He legged it out. Oh, no, he's done.
Oh.
Fielder, Roberto.
Don't leg one out on Ken Boyer.
It says Simmons was hurt on the play, but he'll stay in the game. He'll play at reduced effectiveness. So something to keep an eye on. Well,
so did that happen on this last play, or did that happen when he was legging out his double?
That's a good. It says right here, Simmons was hurt on the play. So if he was legging it, running it down there to back up first base, but he's hurt, but still available. But his number, you can see his defensive numbers have dropped from a 6 to a 4 behind the plate. So
let's let him go for now, and we'll play with it when we get to our half of the inning.
All right, something to watch. So Roberto, who it's impossible to root against, but don't hit it at shortstop,
Kendall.
right? Jason Kendall.
Shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
Okay, phenomenal bunter, which is why the corners are already in.
Yeah, no, let's let him swing then.
Run, Ozzie. Not quite.
Pitcher, Dizzy Dean.
Dizzy Dean? Hey, he's hitting 216. That's not terrible for a pitcher.
He could swing the bat.
He's got a homer on the year. Well, not today, but
left fielder,
whatever.
No.
Joe Medwick.
Joe Medwick. Hitting it at Mazeroski. Okay.
Second baseman, Bill Mazeroski.
Look at that dip. George Brett is jealous of that dip.
He's chewing a racquetball.
Dizzy. He held on. Looks like he bobbled and made the play.
Pitcher, Ed Morris.
It says here real tiny. Ground ball back to the mound. Ouch. Hit Dean in a bad spot. Recovers it, fires to first for the out. All right.
Is he still healthy?
It says here he's a little dizzy.
Well.
All right.
I'm not
It didn't say he was injured.
Okay.
And now here's Ed Morris hitting 118 on the year. Now he has 8 RBI, and I would say that's good for a pitcher, but I believe he's started 60 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that great when you pitch every day.
Right? He probably wants to pinch hit too. Coach, I'm available, just so you know.
The bullwhip, Ed Morris.
Oh, no. All right, so if Hafey dives to make this play, there's a 50% chance he catches it. In my experience, if he doesn't, about half the time it's just a single, like he trapped it, no big deal. The other half, you actually miss it and it goes for extra bases.
We have to dive here because I'm not going to let the 118 hitter get a single on us if we can't help it. And plus, it's a pitcher running the bases.
Yeah, it's a good point. Okay. All right, Chick. Oh no.
Third baseman, Honus Wagner.
Hey, look at him taunting everybody at second.
Yeah, he's doing like the lasso thing out there.
You know what he's going to do? He's getting ready to go. Beer. All right,
whip.
and here comes recoil from the GI Joe team, and we've come full circle.
Right.
Wagner's a great bunter, but I don't believe he's putting one down with one out.
Not with no.
With Vaughan, Wayne, or Stargell coming up.
No, I don't think so either.
All right, so pitch.
Arky Vaughan.
Arky Vaughan, who I have nothing but respect for.
Curse you, Arky Vaughan.
Now do it.
Center fielder, Stan Musial.
Now, it just occurred to me, it may come into play later. Pittsburgh stacked 3 lefties and a switch hitter at 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we get to it later, looking at St. Louis's bullpen, it looks like the mad Hungarian Al Hraboski holds lefties to a 209 average. So we'll just file that away for future reference.
Absolutely. Any opportunity to get the greatest broadcaster in St. Louis Cardinals history out there. I got to take that one.
All right, Stan Musial.
Oh, come on.
Step it up.
First baseman,
Sitting down.
Pujols.
Pujols to Arky.
Yeah, I don't think he's legging that one out.
No.
Catcher, Ted Simmons.
All right, let's go ahead and let Ted hit here, and then we'll lift him in the bottom of the inning.
Okay.
All right.
Right fielder, Paul Wainer.
All right, so
It's Yachty time.
Drop Yachty in for Ted. He gets the rest of the day off. Stay healthy, Yachty.
Right? Who's our emergency catcher? Is that Pujols?
I don't know, man. I mean, this is young Pujols. So maybe.
It's his
I bet
Pujols.
Ed Morris will be like, I can catch. I'll play both sides. We'll have a ghost runner. Big Poison takes a big walk down to first.
Ball to Ed Morris.
Right.
Willie, Stargell.
Stargell doesn't bunt. Wainer doesn't run. We're probably okay here.
First baseman, Josh Bell.
Not afraid of Josh Bell. It's like 2.
Third baseman, Ken Boyer.
All right, Ken.
All right. Little wood there, but
Second baseman,
Gave it a
Rogers, Hornsby.
All right, we got
hey,
runner on.
Chick Hafey.
Hornsby does not run. 26. Chick Hafey is a fantastic bunter, but with 1 out.
1 out and the bottom of the order after him.
Yeah, that's true.
Chick Hafey.
All right, we can send Hornsby to third, but he's only got a 45% chance of getting in there.
I would say let's hold up.
I agree.
Let's
And
play
Hornsby.
conservative on that one. Because we need Ozzy here.
Smith.
Because
Ozzy, it's all on you, brother. Because Dizzy Dean's not that Dean's a terrible hitter, but that's not what we needed. Oh, he legs it out though.
yeah.
Pitcher,
You're
Dizzy Dean.
not going to get Ozzy Smith on that play.
Yeah. All right, Dizzy Dean with 2 outs.
I'm going to get him with that play anyway.
Josh Bell's just lucky to be here. I mean, let's be honest. One of the few Nationals that didn't get traded this week, Josh Bell.
Because he has no trade value.
I guess that's true. He must love it in Washington because he made sure he stayed.
Yeah.
All right, Dizzy Dean hits it to Mazeroski.
Not helping himself out there.
No, and aim that better.
Fielder, Roberto Clemente.
There was a great, when I was working at McFarland Toys, we looked up, I tried to find quotes for our first and second series of Cooperstown Legends, and Clemente was in the second series. And I found this quote before, I forget the year, but the World Series where they played Baltimore. And he had I forget if it was a buddy or a reporter or something, but he was just, getting his stirrups on, get ready in the locker room. And he said, hey, Bobby, I hear they're going to pitch you. They're going to pitch you inside. And the quote I found from Clemente said, let me get the mic up here, said, if they pitch me inside, they never find that ball.
Well done.
Love it. And because it's Clemente, right? It didn't come across as arrogant or rude even. It was just like
Statement of fact.
Yep, just so you know, if they pitch me inside, they never find that ball. So Dizzy, take that into consideration. There we go.
Catcher,
All right.
Jason Kendall.
Ozzy found that ball.
Get right. No trouble on that left side.
Second baseman, Bill Mazeroski.
Not much of a hitter. Well, 75 RBI is not bad.
He's got some guys. He's got some guys in the lineup with him. So if he can put the bat on the ball, he's going to find some opportunities.
Yeah, he's not there for the bat, but that doesn't quite have the distance.
That's right in the glove of Pujols.
Medwick.
Top of the order, Joe Medwick. Wrong guy.
Center fielder, Stan Musial.
Come on, Stan.
No.
First baseman, Albert Pujols.
Pujols.
Tough day for Stan.
There we go.
Catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
All right, Yachty. Welcome to the game, by the way. Oh, wrong guy, Yachty.
Pitcher, Ed Morris.
Ed Morris steps in. Oh, no. Oh.
Third baseman.
I'm such a
Jonas
fool.
Wagner.
I'm like, it's through. Of course it isn't. No, it isn't.
He beat it out.
Oh, he beat it out?
Yeah, he's on first.
Oh, man. Well, Ozzie got to it. Diving stop by Smith. To first from his knees, the throw pulled Albert off the bag. What a play by Ozzie. Well,
Come on, Pujols.
half of it was a great play. Ed Morris, who's 40% to steal. That's not bad.
Pickoff throw.
All right. Oh, that's a good idea. Now he's 67%.
Pickoff throw.
Or he can pitch out. Maybe he'll go.
Oh, do it.
If he goes, Yachty will kill him at second. I guarantee it.
Do it. Do it.
He goes. Meat. I did something right.
There you go, Webb.
It's a new feeling.
That's like making Rickey steal bases is having Yachty throw out runners.
Dude, think about that. He was at 40%. We tried to pick him off. He got his dander up to 67. We had subbed in the catcher who just made him meat at second base.
Take that, bullwhip.
Play of the year, baby. All right. Pretty excited about that one.
Oh,
Just annihilated a child down the right field line. There's Sully in Boston is like, see, it's not fun, is it, man? Hit that stuff right at you.
still picking nachos out of his eye.
Ah, my eye. Honus Wagner's a great bunter, but with one out, I'm not too worried about it.
Base is empty. Yeah, I was more concerned. I was more concerned if Ed is still out there, but
Oh, get it, Stan. Oh, man.
Shortstop, Arky Vaughan.
that outfield.
Couple of strikeouts and a drop by the Stan the Man. It's bad showing on, especially, they got to know they're on national TV this week, right? Like,
You'd think.
all right, Arky.
Right fielder, Paul Wainer.
Big poison. Getting it done, this Gene.
Third baseman, Ken Boyer.
Aside from the home run to Arky Vaughan, which is really my fault, Dizzy Dean's been large and in charge today.
2 hits.
Second
Come on,
baseman,
Boyer.
Rogers, Hornsby.
Man,
Right fielder, Chick Havey.
no.
Left
Gave it a
fielder,
ride, but
Willie.
Out.
Stargell so far today, ground out, strikeout. Dean is at 72 pitches, and he can go at 120. So we're
he's
in
cruising.
good shape.
He's
We're in good
cruising.
shape.
First baseman, Josh Bell.
Don't know why you're here, Josh Bell. Oh,
Center
maybe I should
fielder,
just shut up.
Roberto
You
Clemente.
gotta watch your talk, man.
I love smack talking other guys, right?
Can't
Uh,
smack like Josh Bell.
How you gonna smack talk Roberto Clemente though, right? I'm just happy to see him. You know,
Yeah.
might be. Think about it. Might be the most beloved player in baseball history.
He's on that short list with Lou Gehrig and Stan Musial.
Like, how could you say something bad? But you never even heard bad stories about it.
No.
even if he murdered your team, if he was like in division and he just slaughtered your team every time, you're just kind of like, it's Roberto Clemente, man. What are you gonna do?
He's Hall of Famer. What else you gonna say?
He's the guy. I just think he is a level beyond. He is just baseball royalty. So, but he's in the crosshairs right now for Dizzy Dean. Wow, he turned 2.
That's Ken Boyer, man.
I'm kind of proud of the upside down Ozzy photo too. I mean,
that's quality. Oh, wait. Wrong guy.
Hey, what am I doing here?
He was a Cardinals broadcaster too. He wasn't quite renowned as a drinker at that time, though.
He was Cardinals first, right?
Yeah. I think he was Cardinals, then White Sox, then Cubs.
Wow.
Yeah.
One thing what I liked about Ozzy's flip, nobody else was doing it or maybe could do it, but he only broke it out, on opening day and all-star games, right?
Postseason, he would do it sometimes.
And postseason. But, like, if he did it every day, it would have got old fast.
I mean, he didn't do it. He more often than that. I think it was just when the mood struck him.
He would just pop it out.
Yeah, that wasn't super often, but I mean, he's Ozzie Smith, man.
Did he ever flip in San Diego?
I have no idea.
I don't ever remember seeing a clip of him doing the flip in San Diego.
No idea. He was the guy they gave up because they thought they were scoring a sweet upgrade in Gary Templeton.
Right. And one of the biggest holes in any team's history up until now was shortstop for the Padres. They traded away Ozzie Smith and had nothing for 40 years, pretty much. So
Gary Templeton was a great glove, but he was an absolute zero with a bat. He might as well have gone up there with a pool cue.
Yeah. All right, Ozzy. Not getting it done so far.
Somewhere good with the corners in.
Somewhere we got like 14 people watching us. One of them is Tom Niedenfuer, who's like, "Take that, Ozzy."
Let's see if Dizzy's got a bunt in him.
All right.
Try something weird.
Well, he got it down.
He does not.
Fielder, Joe Medwick.
Joe Medwick with 2 down. All right.
Center fielder, Stan Musial.
Ground out, strikeout, drop ball for a 2-base error.
I cannot lift Stan Musial. I can't.
No, I'm not saying get rid of him. I'm saying now would be the time, Stan. Yeah, you can't bench Stan Musial. Come on. Tough day.
Catcher,
Jason.
They're still not booing him in St. Louis. No, never happened. Jason Kendall.
They're concerned for his overall mental health.
Right. They think maybe he didn't
Second
sleep
baseman,
well.
Bill
Needs a new pillow,
Mazeroski.
perhaps. Dizzy getting over? Obviously, this is pre-foot injury for Dizzy D.
Morris.
Ed Morris is going to bat here at the top of the 8th.
Okay.
Two at tie game, top of the 8th. Dave Parker et al. On the bench. And Ed Morris is like, "Are you kidding me?
Look,
I've only thrown 99 pitches."
The bullwhip has 2 hits today.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, safe on a throwing error and a double.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the double was with the one Hafey dove for and missed. So 2 hits with an asterisk, I think.
I guess.
Yeah. His 2 hits are showing up right up here, right after runs and hits. But anyway. All right, Ed. Can't stop him, man.
Honus.
We're just happy. I'm happy he stayed in the park. That's all.
Shall we bait him to run again?
Yes.
All right. There he goes. Oh, he's safe. He stole on Yanni.
The bullwhip is unstoppable. What's he looking at second base?
20% to steal third. I don't think he's going to go.
Yeah, try it. Try a pickoff throw. Let's see what.
Oh, pickoff. Okay. We got him down to 19.
All right, so it ain't happening.
Honus Wagner takes one in the ear.
Goodness.
Shortstop, Arky
It's
Vaughan.
time to get that lefty up. Time for the Hungarian to get loose.
Oh, that's right. We can get him ready in one batter, but I probably should have done it one batter ago.
Yeah, you weren't the only one to sleep at the wheel there. Don't worry about it.
All right. So, well, there's 2 outs, so maybe he'll get out of the inning. Arky. Just step on third. Jeez. He could have just stepped on third.
Paul Wainer.
He was afraid of Ed with the whip.
The bullwhip.
Big Poison step. All right, Big Poison's in, but I can have Raboski ready. You want to make the switch?
It says he's warming. How can you make it?
If I visit the mound, it gives me a little more time. And kapow! Instant Hungarian.
It's time, man. It's time.
All right. So, Al,
Sorry, Diz.
welcome to the show. Oh, wait a minute. I always forget about this because I'm an American League guy at heart. St. Louis roster. So Pujols is next up. There's not much point in double switching here unless we're going to pull Musial or Medwick.
By the time we're hitting Al Hrabosky, he's
he's long gone.
out of the game. So this double switch is not really a play here.
All right. I always want to check it because I'll catch flack if I don't. All right, Al, come on in.
Pitching for St. Louis.
Look at the hat.
Hrabosky.
Beautiful.
Oh, so good.
Look at the mustache.
Yeah. He's big time. All right, Al, show me what you got here. How's he doing on the air anyway? 303. Not pretty good actually. Oh no.
Left fielder, Willie Stargell.
Great day in the morning. We did everything right.
And you know what else we're gonna do right? We ain't pitching to Willie Stargell with runners on second and third and Josh Bell up next.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Even if it is lefty on lefty.
Yeah. Take your base.
First baseman, Josh Bell.
And Bell struggles against lefties by comparatively 224 against lefty, 297 against righties. So,
So let's get the bullpen working again.
Roberto
yeah,
Clemente.
Because we're in trouble.
because he's a really mad Hungarian now. All right, so there aren't many actual relievers. Well, we got Todd Worrell and Trevor Rosenthal both.
I think this is who's the closer?
The closer is Rosenthal.
Okay, that's somehow wrong. But let's go ahead and I was going to say let's get Todd Worrell up anyway.
Okay. Who should be closing?
Todd Worrell.
He's got a good mustache too, by the way.
He did at various points. He did.
All right, Worrell can be ready in one batter if we do throw a mound visit in too. So, but for now, it's the game lies in the balance if it's not already lost.
Let's go ahead and do the mound visit now.
I don't know if that'll get him ready, but
Worth a shot. He's coming. It's happening anyway. So
yeah, that's true.
either he's gonna get this out, or
Yeah, I think he's got to pitch to one guy, and then Worrell will be ready. So no worries here, Cardinal fans. Bases loaded. A struggling Hrabosky out of the pen, pitching through Roberto Clemente. And this game is getting out of hand.
Catcher, Jason Kendall.
All right, Worrell. The Band-Aid, we hope.
Pitching for St. Louis, Todd.
You were right about one thing, Mike. We don't have to worry about Hrabosky coming up to bat.
no.
Jason Kendall. All right.
First
Right,
baseman,
Pujols.
Albert Pujols.
Well, the wheels came off, but we do have 3, 4, 5 coming up.
That's a big ass crooked number.
Yeah.
Catcher,
I was hoping.
Yachty,
I really wanted to be able to say a Pujolsian blast, but we're not getting there.
The Pujalbino.
We got a ground out to second for Yachty so far. And a ground out to short.
third baseman,
Keep the infield active.
Boyer.
Man. Ken Boyer. Run, Kent. Nope.
Get that piano off your back.
Second
Man.
baseman, Bill Mazeroski.
Top of the ninth. Todd Burrell with a pretty phenomenal mustache.
That is exquisite.
Oh, somebody got thrown out. Looks like it was Mazeroski.
Pitcher,
Calling balls and
Morris.
The payoff pitch, Burrell pitches to Mazeroski outside on the black. Not what he was looking for. One out. Mazeroski didn't like that call. He's chest to chest with the ump, and he's tossed from the game. See ya, Bill.
Good job, Blue. We don't take that shenanigans in this game.
And it gives us an opening in the ninth.
This is a gentleman's game.
Yeah, so much so that Ed Morris safe at first, by the way.
Baseman,
God, Ed Morris.
Wagner.
I was going to say Ed Morris, I believe, rode a horse to the ballpark today.
That horse. Well, the horse was drawing his carriage, so of course.
We're going to try to pick him off again because I
Yeah.
liked how that worked. Maybe again. I don't know. He's at 40%. You want to pitch out?
No,
All right.
they're up 5 runs. They're not.
Yeah.
He ain't going anywhere.
I guarantee he's going. Nope. Oh, no. He scores from first on the triple. Oh, it's.
Shortstop,
That would be an inside the park 2-run homer.
My goodness.
Let's just check this here. Oh, I wanted to see the box score. I may have to wait for that. I want to see Ed Morris's line because this might be. Now, Manny Ramirez has hit 4 homers in a game twice this season. But I think Ed Morris today might have the most impressive line I've ever seen. Like he's calling up Shohei Ohtani right now and going, bitch, and boom, just hang it up. That's it. Arky
This
Vaughan.
is Edward Morris, Esquire.
right fielder, Paul Wainer.
Big poison. Todd Burrell hasn't been
Left fielder,
especially sharp, but
Willie.
it's kind of a moot
Stargell.
point.
Yeah, whatever.
Hits to Ozzy. Always a bad idea.
Second baseman, Rogers, Hornsby.
All right. So let's just, not for Hornsby, but let's just see what we have to work with. Still against Morris, so we're looking at left-handers. So, yeah, OPS versus left. So you might consider Jack Clark or Frankie Frisch for Stan or Ozzy if they come up. Where are we? We'd have to go a long way to get to Ozzy.
We would need to be putting something together, yeah.
But maybe.
Well, no, Rogers Hornsby's leading off, so Ozzie Smith hits third this inning.
Oh, that's right. I was looking at Molina here.
So
All right, so we'll definitely have somebody in for Ozzy. Maybe. Well, yeah, it would be Clark, and then if Worrell comes up, then we've got Frisch or Langford. Frisch, probably. Langford and Mize aren't hitting lefties this year at all.
Yeah,
So.
I'm not worried about them.
All right. So Rogers, excuse me,
The Raja.
starts it off.
Right
There we
field,
go.
Chick, Havy.
Big rally. 8 runs. Here we come.
So they moved, what'd they do? They moved Wagner to second. Oh, and they put Pie Traynor in at third. You know why they called him Pie?
Does he like pie?
Yes. That's the long and the short of it. He liked to eat pie. So good for that. And it's a good thing they ended that practice, or I would be C-Nugs Weber.
Right? I mean, really,
Coming
we could both easily be pie at that point.
right. That's a good point. All right. Chick Havey is an amazing bunter, but down 7.
No.
Oh, Okay.
No. I'm not even looking at bunts here.
Look at that. It's a rally.
Shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
Well, it's not going to be Ozzie, I don't think. So are you feeling Clarky or are you feeling Frishy?
What are Ozzie's numbers here? That's what I want to know. What is
Ozzie's OPS against left-handers is 480.
Yeah, it's no good.
He's hitting 178.
Let's go ahead and get Jack Clark here because he's more likely to give us 3 runs.
That's a good point. All right, Jack.
He's also a lot more likely to go up to bat eating a burger, grounding into a double play.
That's right.
But also 3-run homer.
Yep. It looks like Clark is bleeding. No, I'm pretty sure that's just ketchup, Ken.
That's just hitting for St. Louis, Jack Clark.
All right, Jack.
The Ripper, not getting it done.
No, really not.
Pitcher, Todd Worrell.
It's almost worth letting Todd bat.
No, let's get Frisch in there. We promised him an at bat. We got a chance.
His parents are here today.
Right. We got a chance to get a man a cheap RBI.
All right. I'm going to be incredibly optimistic
Pinch
here.
Hitting for St. Louis, Frankie Frisch.
And I don't even know who doesn't start for them. I don't think Bill Doak starts. So, Bill Doak, get warming up there.
There you go. Get in there, Bill.
You never know.
You got to get loose.
Frankie Frisch, 2 outs.
Maybe Frankie Frisch will go pitch. Look at Frankie Frisch getting it going.
Left fielder.
Top of the order.
Joe Medwick.
Ed Morris has gone beyond his pitch count to the surprise of absolute nobody.
How did this happen? I'm surprised. How does that man have a pitch count?
Right? 124 pitches. He was only supposed to go 120. So he should be reduced effectiveness.
I thought his pitch count was 212.
His pitch count is the infinity sign. They just don't know how to put that out. All right, Joe Medwick.
Come on, Ducky.
And mercifully.
The final score from Busch Stadium, Pittsburgh 8, St. Louis 1. Ed Morris is the winner. He is now 26-11. Dizzy Dean is the loser. He is now 10-2 on the season. Honus Wagner hit home run number 12 on the season. Arky Vaughan hit number 3. Time of the game, 3 hours.
Ed Morris didn't even have his best stuff today. He's got a little minus there in the stuff column.
Goodness.
9 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 for 3 at the plate, 2 runs scored. Is that an RBI? Oh, a double. And I think it was on base 2 more times from errors, right?
He had a walk, and he reached on an error.
And
our plus guy is Al Hornsby.
And look at this. Don't forget the stolen base.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been more proud about the time we threw him out. And as I recall, I was pretty damn proud of that.
Yeah.
And Hornsby was supposed to have better than average stuff today, and he got nobody out. 2 walks and 2 hits.
He was a giant Hungarian piece of poo.
Man, imagine how mad he is now. So, well.
He's the dejected Hungarian.
Right? The sad Hungarian.
Oh.
That's what that's what the mustache is for, to catch the tears.
That's right. Extra droopy. Oh.
So bad. So, well, that's tough news for St. Louis fans, but good news for Cubs fans. So check out this again is first game off the Monday schedule. So check out the scoreboard tomorrow at eternalbaseball.com. See if the Cubs are able to nab a game back. Because of us, but I think it's really because of Al.
I think it's because of Ed Morris.
And Ed Morris, good Lord.
Ed bleeping Morris, the bullwhip, taking us out to the shed.
So good. Can't believe we stole on Yachty. That's impressive.
That really has to be the title for this episode, doesn't it? The bullwhip.
The bullwhip. Can't be stopped.
The bullwhip.
Well, Pittsburgh, kudos to you. Still alive, by the way, in the and Ed was immediately the first time he saw the manager, He was like, I can go tomorrow, Skip. They're all must win now, Skip.
I could go.
I could totally go. And Jim Leland is probably like, you know what? Give me a cigarette, kid.
Chain smoking heaters in the dugout.
Yep.
Whatever. We'll see how we feel tomorrow.
That's fine. We'll see. We'll see how that knee holds up. You slid in awful hard there. So kudos to the Pirates. Tough luck for the Cardinals. Better luck next time. And better luck to us next time as
Good Lord.
As Mike drops to below 500 with the rest of us.
We did everything right from a managerial standpoint. We did everything right.
Maybe we can find Tampa playing like Birmingham next week or something. And we'll help out everybody's actual games played record. And actually, here it is, August 2nd. So I'm looking at the pitching matchups for tomorrow because it's Cubs and somebody. Cincinnati. Tony Mullane, who's been really good against Big Ed Rulebach, who's really good too for the Cubs. So that's probably has to be the marquee game tomorrow. I like looking at these once in a while because you see stuff like Carl Hubble versus Don Drysdale. Like, yeah, sign me up, right?
Right.
David Cohn against Earl Moore. Jeff Facero, I always like Jim Cott against Scott Perry. Bob Feller against Chris Bosio tomorrow. Bullet Rogan for Birmingham takes on C.J. Wilson and his 3-16 record for the Rangers tomorrow.
Awesome. C.J. Wilson is somehow in this game.
Oh, so bad. Juan Guzman against Happy Jack Chesbro for Yankees and Toronto. Anyway, well, it's been another thrilling edition of the Eternal Baseball Podcast. My thanks to Mike Irizarry for filling in. And if you haven't had enough Mike Irizarry, you can find him on the What's on Joe Mind podcast. Tell us all about it, Mike.
Well, that's it right there. It's the What's on Joe Mind podcast. If you're a dork like Webb and myself and collect G.I. Joes as an aged man or woman, you can join us and our co-hostess with the co-mostess, Joe Colton, every Friday night on our YouTube channel, which is WOJM What's on Joe Mind. You can find us on Facebook with the same title. You can find us on Twitter at WOJM Podcast, on Instagram at What's on Joe Mind. Come on by. It's we usually go about an hour and a half. It's good times. It's three good friends just bantering and bickering about stuff that doesn't have any importance whatsoever. Sometimes we talk a little wrestling. Sometimes we talk a little baseball. We always talk a little G.I. Joe. So come on down.
And if you happen to be one of the lucky few people who've seen the Snake Eyes movie, we will be discussing it this Friday on the What's on Joe Mind podcast. So
yes, bring your popcorn. It's likely to get heated.
So there's 19 games left in the Eternal Baseball season. We got two races, kind of sort of races, and still some home field advantage to banter about. So there's still some stuff going on, but we are getting excited for the playoffs. Only the division leaders make it. So there'll be 4 National League teams, 4 American League teams, all 7-game series. So we think the playoffs will be a good time. So we're looking forward to getting there. And that's pretty much it. We will get you a Tampa game before we go. I promise. Just
who's thinking playoffs, Mark? You know who's thinking
that?
playoffs?
Who's
the
that?
Bull.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The Bull thinking playoffs.
Not eliminated yet. And he's down there tied for second in wins with 26 after being basically suspended for his own good for a month. So really, if we've learned anything this year, it's that Ed Morris and Don Money are not to be trifled with.
For a month, Ed Morris was strapped into an ice tub.
Right. Next week, we'll be back and saying Ed Morris leading the league with 31 victories so far. So kudos to him. And yeah, and if you can find a better picture of Ed Morris, send it to me. But so far, that's about all I got. So kudos to him. Thanks again to Mike Irizarry for helping me out tonight. Brent is on assignment. We'll be back. And we will all be back for another thrilling edition of the Eternal podcast.